You tagged everybody? Shared it?
Hey, I'm Stan Lee, and boy, are you lucky you're watching Geek Out USA. Excelsior!
Welcome to Geek Out SA, episode whatever it is now.
You know you went back and counted. Don't even pretend like you did.
You know what? I actually haven't gone back and count. I need to.
You were going to. Like, you
I
started
was
to do it
going
the
to,
other...
and I was like, nah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Not a lot has happened this week. Well,
Not a lot has happened for
couple
us
of
this week.
really something's happened this, like,
You're being
recently,
so vague, I
but-
don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. But nothing really
Nothing monumental?
nothing monumental in the geek world. Although today I did read this article. It was on the what was it? Portly Gazelle.
So was that thing... Okay, was that thing like... Because I saw it, but I didn't have a chance to read it because I was in training today. Was it like what do you call that thing? It's like a parody, or was it real? Because it's called the Portly Gazette. So
I don't know. It was a long article.
yeah, but does that mean... I mean, just because it's a long article, people put a lot of effort into a lot of madness.
Well, true, but they got a lot of response out of it. So,
Oh, they did.
Yes, they did. Like 793 comments.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a lot of response.
So, I saw this on Facebook. It was talking about Harley Quinn and the ills of her not being plus size in the new Suicide Squad
In the movie.
in the movie.
But why would she be plus
But
size? She's not plus size in
No,
the comics.
she's not plus size
super
in the
thin.
comics. Yeah.
Like, she's comic character thin. Like, you kind of expect comic characters to have kind of ridiculous proportions.
Right.
Right?
Right.
mean, that's
I posted it there, Superman wouldn't be Superman to me if he wasn't as fit as he was.
Yeah, and I saw that post. And you're right. Like, that's part of the allure of that hero. So, not that being a full-figured woman is a big deal or a problem. I mean, it is kind of a problem, and I don't even want to talk about that. But, like, Wonder Woman, she's technically a full-figured woman. But Harley Quinn, she's not. So why try to force her into something that she's not?
I don't know. The way it was talking about it is just like, it's about self-image for, others that are overweight. But that character is not overweight. So why change a character to be overweight just because it makes you feel better? No?
No, because No.
No what?
No, I don't see changing the character. Like, then it just seems like you're patronizing almost.
Yeah. I mean, it's changing just to change and to make you feel better.
I mean,
but-
yeah, how are they going to explain her being a bigger person when she was always super skinny? Like, it almost seems like then you're poking fun at big people. Like, oh, well, Harley was skinny, but now she got to be full-figured because of what? Like, then you would have to write it into the storyline or something.
Yeah, well, and then they were saying, and then she was saying, what about, bringing Melissa McCarthy into it to do it, but she can't play to play a superhero, but she can't play what we think of as a superhero. Unless they
Well, it's not that full-figured people can't be superheroes. You're not saying
that
that, right?
Superheroes, but saying that they're not that superhero. Because there's already that superhero. Why recreate a superhero? Just like we were talking about, you know, gay superheroes or Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm turning to be African American, right?
Right.
When he wasn't.
Well, I mean, they even did it with Nick Fury.
Yeah,
Perry
and
White.
yeah, Perry White, and then yeah, and then like Iceman, all of a sudden now he's gay when he wasn't, and they even admit in the storyline that it doesn't make sense to the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So why do it? I mean, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have gay superheroes. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have big people that are superheroes, but make new ones. There's all kinds of things that we could still be doing, that we could make new stuff. What's the point in taking something that's already created and then changing
I think part of it is like people like to poke fun at DC because DC can't do that, is not able to come across with gay characters or different ethnicities characters as well as Marvel has. Even though changing, I don't like the fact that they're changing over characters just for the fact is okay. I'm changing it for I'm changing this for the times, the character to be gay. Make a new gay character. Make a new black character. Make a new Hispanic character.
Yeah. Because you need to build up, like, let's take the gay character, for example, okay? So one of the things that people like about Spider-Man is the relationship that he has with Mary Jane, right? So you need to start us from the beginning of this storyline with a gay superhero who, I mean, if you're going to tell us that the superhero is gay, the whole point of them being gay would be for us to know that they're in a relationship with another man or another woman. So you need to start us with that relationship as well. Yeah. Not come back and go, oh, well, so-and-so is gay now, and now, oh, well, they're in love with so-and-so who's now also magically gay. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just contrived. You're not even trying. Like, it's just...
Mastermind Russell says, but they're saying they need to change her size to please plus-size fans. Yes, that's what they were saying in the article.
Yeah, and they don't need to change her size to please plus-size fans. She already is who she is. Mm-hmm. Okay, Harley's just Harley. Okay, she's already drawn the way she's drawn. She is the way she is. Just make someone new that is plus size.
I mean, if they changed over, I mean, here's another one. Superman, he's iconic. If he has a big gut, is he going to be Superman to you?
No. No, it's not the same.
Because you're a hero.
Because you already have something in your head, right?
Of what Superman
these
should be.
Experiences of what Superman should be. He's already an established character. Yeah, I totally and completely agree. There are plenty of new things that we could come out with, new characters that we could come out with, that we could add to the universe that have these... I get it, okay? We're trying to be more well-rounded, and everybody's trying to be represented.
But they're trying to, we need to please everyone, but they need to not please everyone because what they're doing, they're making a movie, they need to please the masses. Because that's who's going to pay for the movie, is the masses.
Well, right, from the studio's perspective, they want to please the masses, and people want to see hot people. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a big girl, but I still want to see hot dudes in a movie, right? I don't have a problem with big people. I think there are large people that are attractive. A lot of people in Hollywood are attractive, but I would rather see, like, Channing Tatum be Superman than John Goodman. I don't have a problem with John Goodman. I like John Goodman. He's a good actor.
But he wouldn't fit the Superman role.
No.
Kind of like Nicolas Cage wouldn't fit this Superman role.
Please don't do that. Never show those pictures again.
Well, they tried to do it, and they shot it.
Never. Those were terrible.
It just didn't work, though.
Yeah.
But that was Tim Burton that was gonna
Tim
do
Burton's
that one.
a little cuckoo in the head sometimes, but I like his stuff too. But yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, I see what you're saying. Yes, they need to pander to the masses to make money, basically. But like there are movies like Melissa McCarthy. She's a very big woman. She makes tons of money in her movies.
Yeah,
like Spy was great.
Awesome.
It was phenomenal. She was hilarious. That was a perfect role for her. It was a new role. They weren't trying to remake anybody else. It was lovely.
But here's what's gonna prove it to everybody: if they make this overweight character, put it out and see if it sells as much as something else would. And unfortunately, it's probably not.
Well, I don't know. I think it depends on the storyline. I think it depends on the context. I think that there are a lot of factors.
But who reads comics? Predominantly.
Predominantly males. Right? But that's changing somewhat.
It's changing, but it's still predominantly males.
So you're saying comics are basically like hand-drawn porn?
Well, in some cases it is. Not all of them. But not all of them do. Not all of them do as well as others.
Like, I don't see too many superheroines that have like small boobs. Like, let's just be honest.
No.
You're right.
They don't have like A cups or anything like that. So what about that? Or what about the super duper duper skinny girls? Are they represented like model thin that have like flat chests? You know, it's Not disproportionate. Really, no. I don't walk around and see men walking around on the streets that look like Superman or Thor or anybody else either. Those celebrities that do those roles, they go through extensive training. They don't look like that in their real lives.
Because it's fantasy.
Yeah, it's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
I mean, you can achieve that, but if you want to maintain that, that's like, that would make you a superhero.
And a lot of it is still movie magic.
Yeah.
They get super close. But even then, even these photo shoots and everything, there's Photoshop and everything that they do to enhance it and makeup, and it's not real.
Didn't they airbrush Gerard Butler's six-pack in 300?
They sure did. They did airbrush his six-pack, in 300 to bring it out. And sorry, hate to say this, that's one of the reasons I wanted to go see that movie. I was like, woo, he's hot. Let's go. I mean, it's natural. It's normal. I don't know why it always has to be an issue. I mean, are there people that are attracted to robust people? Sure there are. Majority of the time, no. All I'm asking is don't be mean to us, you know?
Yeah. Don't have... But I think you're kind of... Don't... I'm saying don't go through and change a character just because it'll make someone feel better. This is what the character is.
No, and we need to stop this whole let's try to make everybody feel better. Not that I'm not for making people feel better, but we're getting into this vicious cycle and like all the little kids get a trophy and let's make them feel better about themselves. But people are not having realistic expectations about what life is really like.
No, like, are all the kids getting a ribbon or all of them getting a trophy? I'm just like, it's not reality.
It's not realistic. They don't realize that when they get to the upper levels and they get to high school and they get to college and they get to life, they're not going to get a ribbon. Their boss is not going to come by and pat them on the back. My boss doesn't run around the office, and I'm sure Al and Vince don't have a boss that runs around the office and goes, oh, you showed up to work today and you did your job. Well, here's a freaking sticker. Here's a ribbon. Good for you. You get a trophy because you came every day and didn't, call out sick or whatever, and you did your job like you were supposed to. Like, it doesn't happen.
So, who was that one... video comedian, what's her name?
But she's not funny. That mess wasn't funny. That's freaking mean. Okay, that's mean. She's a skinny bitch. I'm sorry, I shouldn't cuss. That's not nice. That really made me mad. She's not funny. It's not funny. Is it a problem to be that heavy? Yeah, it totally is. Is it a problem when you cannot walk from your car to the store? Yeah. It is a problem. But who is it a problem for? It's a problem for that person. It's their life. And you shouldn't go around making them feel worse because they may have gotten that fat to begin with because they have depression or because of something else that made them eat. And you're shaming them and you're calling them fatty and pushing their fat and stuff. That's just making them feel worse. It's probably spiraling them into something else. Like, there's a fine line between giving everybody a trophy and not being an a-hole. I think that lady's an a-hole. Skinny people do not get to stand up and tell fat people not to be fat and that we should be ashamed of ourselves. I'm ashamed of myself enough as it is. I can't even look in the mirror some days. And then to have somebody talk like that, it's not okay.
Well, if weight loss was so easy, it wouldn't be a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah. Yeah. A multi-billion-dollar industry.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not easy. Because it is difficult. She's probably lucky. She probably has some kind of crazy metabolism or some kind of like superhuman powers where she can go to the gym or whatever.
But now you're being generalized too, and you're going through and saying, oh, just because she's skinny, and then you're gonna call her, and then you're call her a skinny bitch just because she is a skinny. But that's another thing. That's
my heart is filled with
skinny
haterade
shaming
for
somebody.
skinny. My heart is filled with haterade for skinny people. No, it's because she got on. It's because she went on the attack, and it wasn't funny, and she thinks she's funny. It's not funny. She's not funny because she's skinny.
But the thing is, things have become a lot different, and things that were jokes before and taken as jokes aren't taken as jokes anymore. Nobody can take a joke.
Sure, we can take jokes.
No, you can't. No, people can't take jokes anymore. They get all feelings and they start crying about it.
What are you hanging out with Donald Trump or what?
No. I'm Mexican. I wouldn't hang out with him.
That is a good point. And right there. I just think that we have forgotten where the line is, maybe. I don't know.
No, the line was crossed a long time ago, and there wasn't
oh man,
as much
Eddie
of a
Murphy
problem
and them,
back
they used to
there.
cross the lines on Saturday Night Live. They were, yeah. And people just sucked it up, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
we're
seems
so
really...
worried about of other people making other people feel better when the only one that can make you feel better is yourself.
Yeah, but some people aren't capable of making themselves feel better. They aren't.
Well, there's medicine for that.
Some people aren't capable of taking the medicine.
Don't forget oil.
Forget oil. What does that
From
mean?
Topwise Games. Oh, hold on. Let me read. There's a bunch of
I
stuff that
was
just
like,
came
don't
in.
forget oil. What do they want to oil up fat people now and like
know.
squeeze them into something? I'm like, this is getting way out of hand.
This is a problem I see in this is from Russell. This is a problem I see in comics. Everyone only chooses to see the heroes that are already in place instead of creating new ones and start new stories.
Agreed. I totally
and
agree
then
with
Topwise
Russell.
Game says, "Don't forget oil."
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Explain that.
Explain. Don't forget oil because we don't know what that
Well,
means.
You
Okay.
can't take jokes, then it's all over CNN. It's another one from Russell.
Oh. Okay, so I guess I can't take that joke because I find offense in it because I'm fat and I feel fat shamed. So I take offense to that. So maybe if she was making fun of skinny
But
people,
if you
I would think it
listen
was
to
funny.
the whole thing,
I don't know.
If you listen to the whole thing, was she talking to somebody like you, or was she talking to someone that's overweight and the whole family is overweight and they're taking the cart in the grocery store? We see that all the time.
No, I do, and I'm guilty. I judge those people, but I don't say anything to them like, God, get up and walk. You know, I mean, that's their life. They have to live it how they have to live it. It's their life. Like, it's not for me to go on the internet and be like...
I have a problem with this when they have 1 million handicap spaces up in the front they're not all used, but the ones that are using them are the ones that don't need to use them.
Well, you and I don't need to use them, so what does it matter?
The only way I think you need to use them if you're walking with a cane, or if you're already really in a wheelchair because you have something wrong with your bones or your joints or something like that. Now, I know you can have issues from being overweight on your joints, but if you lost weight, you wouldn't have those issues.
But maybe it's hard for them to lose weight.
True.
Really is.
It really is.
I mean, true. It is hard for them.
You know that
but
it
then you'll
becomes a
go
vicious
through and you'll
cycle,
see,
right?
and then you'll see their entire family is that weight.
Because it becomes a vicious cycle, and you know it becomes something for the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're overweight, and then you're sad because people are making fun of you.
Because
and
this is
stuff.
something I can talk about because I'm overweight. No.
Yes, you are.
So.
And our son, our oldest son, is very
Mm-hmm.
overweight. When he was on the show, people used to post ugly comments about him on the shows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we can talk about it because we all are overweight. I personally have a personal threshold where if I get to a certain weight, I'm working really hard to get back down because I get this realization that I'm at this personal threshold. I should watch out.
We have. I mean, that's all about monitoring ourselves, but
But it's hard.
we
It's
digress. We're talking about making plus size.
So I'm all for making plus size superheroes, but I'm all for
Superheroes?
making new ones.
Yeah.
I'm not for turning Harley Quinn, turning Captain Marvel. These are big, busted. These are drawn
Power
the way
Girl.
they were. They are drawn the way they were, and it's sexy. It is sexy. And there's not a problem with being sexy. I mean, Victoria's Secret models are sexy. Would it be nice if there were some beautiful plus-size Victoria's Secret models too? Yeah, it would be nice. But I'm not saying throw out all the Victoria's Secret models that you have and just get plus-size ones now.
Well, shoot, Marilyn Monroe would be considered plus size.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Well, compared to today, she would be plus size.
Compared to the models of today and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no. That's ridiculous. I just think that it's okay to add them in, but don't try to supplement the ones that are already there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's my contingency.
Yeah.
Just like it's okay to have gay superheroes, black superheroes, Puerto Rican superheroes, Mexican superheroes. I don't see a lot of Mexican superheroes. How many Mexican superheroes are there? El Diablo?
El Diablo.
That nobody even knows about? Like, seriously?
And one of the guys that played him wasn't even Hispanic. So I don't know.
You would think, like, with the rich luchador, like, I've started writing stories before. You would think with the rich, like, luchador history and everything like that, you could write a very convincing Mexican superhero that, you know, maybe his alter ego is the luchador. And then he's a superhero, you know, by night or whatever after his matches or something. Hello.
Well, shoot, El Santo was a freaking superhero.
Yeah. Yeah, El Santo was a superhero. He was in cartoons, wasn't he?
And movies.
Yeah.
And a wrestler.
Yeah, there are lots of things that they could do. But they need to start a fresh storyline for these people.
They do need to start a fresh
Stop trying to
storyline.
hijack storylines that are already there.
Yeah, I mean, Stan Lee said the same thing. And that may be one of my questions
When you ask
to
him.
when I talk to him.
I would love for you to ask him that. Because I think that's a valid point. He created all of these characters. So he should put the challenge out there. Hey, guys, I created all these characters. What are you doing?
Be like, what kind of Hispanic superhero would you make today? I'd be interested.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Vato Man.
Man.
Or Bato Man. Was that a duck? Duck
Yeah.
Man?
Man.
Duckman.
Y'all are not talking to
Howard the Duck?
y'all are not
They
allowed
already
to
have
talk
Howard the
to
Duck.
Univision.
We said it right.
Y'all did say it right. I'm just kidding.
So, I mean, we have that. Of course, I'm not in agreement with it. And they were talking about, equality. I was like, if it's equality, you're not having equality for the skinny chicks. So,
Well, and it really boils down to it's a comic character, so it's not real.
Yeah. It's not
It's
real,
not real.
guys.
They're not alive.
It's fake. It's a figment of somebody's imagination.
Yeah, and it's their imagination, so if they want to draw it like that, then they kind of get to. If you don't like it, make and draw your own.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what it boils down to.
You read the comments a few minutes after the topic is talked about. That's why you missed the oil comment.
Oh, darn.
Oh,
It happens.
we missed the oil comment somewhere in there.
Oh, because I was talking about oiling them down and putting them in the seat because they were too fat. I got it. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
I'm a little slow.
It's been that kind of a week.
Came after
Yes, my
the
brain
whole
does not work.
airbrushing the abs on actors.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know. What
I'm
does
not.
Yoda say?
I am not conflicted about this. I don't like that someone would bring that. Somebody posted on there. Oh, it's satire. I was like, the way it was written, it didn't seem satirical. Because I read the whole thing, I was just like, it doesn't seem satirical. It seems like somebody's doing a rant on this.
I'm just so happy that you read.
Wow. And reaction shot.
So I do read. I don't read books.
I did.
Why, when you can have it?
I bought 9 books at Half Price Books this weekend because they were 20% off. I'm gonna finally read Inheritance.
Finally.
Tell me what Yoda has to say. I need to hear from Yoda.
So Force Friday, we don't have like a thing on this, but we didn't go to Force Friday. Missed it
No.
altogether. Well,
I missed it too.
no, we didn't completely, right?
No, we didn't go at all.
What day did we go to? Yeah, we did. What day did we go to Disney Store?
Saturday?
Oh, we went Saturday.
When
That's
we went
right.
to Austin, we went Saturday night, so we were like a full 24 hours.
So we
practically.
didn't go because we figured, it's Disney. They're gonna make more, a lot more, because they don't want people to have to pay $1 million for something that they're gonna get.
Yes, they do. Of course they do.
No, because they're not making money off of that. They're making somebody else is making money off of that.
I just didn't see anything that
They
was
don't
all that
care
great.
anything
I
about-
wasn't like, oh my god, I have to have that thing. I know everybody's in love with BB-8, but I'm mad at him. I think he's an R2-D2 wannabe, so he needs to get over himself. I don't even know who he thinks he
better
is.
be awfully.
You know what? That was the only thing that was
Good.
super cool was we got the Kylo Ren figure, and you press him and he says different phrases. So we were like, oh cool, we're like getting a preview of the movie, and we're like pressing him to listen to his phrases. We're like, what is he gonna say in the movie? Tell me.
Because it's actual movie phrases
Yeah.
on there.
So we were like, what is he gonna say?
What's he
Oh,
gonna
oh,
say?
I think I know when this is gonna happen. Okay, I think
we're
oh, yeah.
spoiling it. But we got some things from there. Of course, we got like the Millennium Falcon, the X-wing, and
The Darth
Boba
Vader
Fett's
ship, or whatever. The slave ship.
slave ship, and the TIE fighters.
Yeah, that's what those are called.
But one of the main things, which they were selling along with it, and it had the same kind of stuff, was this guy right here.
Yeah, I guess
That's
we're
Yoda.
still old school, right? Like, we went for all the old school stuff that was at the Disney store. We're like, what?
But I have to show you this thing. Do I need to pick it up? Is it being
I can
covered?
see 'em.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna freak you out.
He's gonna freak you out.
For 800 years have I trained Jedi.
Do him one more time, because I'm in love
Okay.
with him.
Beware of the dark side. Anger, fear, aggression. The dark side of the Force ahead.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. When he moved his eyes and everything, I was like, Yoda.
We went to see it and it said, "Oh, press here." So we pressed it, and then we were just standing there in awe, just mesmerized.
Both of us, and then we.
For like a good minute,
Uh-huh.
staring at it because it moves its head and moves its eyes, and then the lightsaber goes off. I don't know. You can't see it with the green screen, but it's kind of like when you saw the first.
Teddy Ruxpin.
No, when you saw the first Star Wars, and you got to see it. What is it? Ben holding the lightsaber when he's fighting Darth,
Uh-huh.
and you could barely see the blade, but that's what it looks like.
I don't
Right
know.
there.
I just saw like his face was moving and everything, and I just felt like he was alive. I was like, Yoda's alive. Oh my god, I've got to take Yoda home. Get him out of this
There's
Disney
a
store.
step above this that actually trains you to be a Jedi, and it's like maybe that big, and it's like $149.95 at Walmart.
Dang.
That's out of my toy budget.
No, but this was cool, and we got that before we even saw that. So
I love this one. I don't know, something about this one and the way he moves and stuff. He just seemed like he was alive, and it kind of creeped me out, but was cool at the same time. And I was
Yeah.
like, Yoda's got to come home with us.
So we got him. So I don't know. I didn't really.
I mean, we know people who went and like bum rushed it and waited and stood in line with their friends and went in and bought like a bunch of the
Everybody wanted that
toys.
BB. A lot of people wanted that BB-8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the BB-8. He better have some awesome character.
I feel like no.
It's hard. It's hard to. It would be hard to replace R2. But it seems that's what they're going to try to do with BB-8.
I feel like maybe that's the problem is I've got R2 in my heart. You know, and he was there with Luke and he gets shot and everything, and I love R2 and he's like and he's got the hologram and everything. And who is BB-8?
BB-8
Nobody.
has something to do with one of the he's in one of the X-Wings.
I don't care. I don't like him.
I don't know.
He's got to go. I want
Who
him
knows?
gone. I'm gonna
But
kill BB-8.
R2 is still going to be there. Because you saw in the trailers, you see
And
Luke
3PO.
and 3PO.
I love
yeah.
3PO too. 3PO is just so like Sheldon before there was a Sheldon. That's C3PO.
I never thought about it, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He totally is.
He's totally...
I want to do some kind of like fan video or whatever where it's like, it's C3PO but he's at the door. R2. R2. Let's do it.
Do it.
We can make things up.
He's not going to be at the con, though.
Oh, talk to an artist
Darn.
at Comic Con and have him draw R2 and 3PO like Sheldon and Leonard.
Well, R2 has to be Penny.
R2 has to be Penny.
I don't know why R2's a girl
R2.
now, but
R2.
R2.
R2. So, yeah, that'd be cool.
I think
Get
it's
Freddy
cute.
to do it. Think he'd do it? I don't know. He's going for a different
He's
look
going
now.
for a different look. Yeah, he's doing more fantasy type stuff. So,
Yeah, he did a piece for me.
oh, he did.
Yeah.
What did you get done?
Daenerys Targaryen with the dragon sitting behind her, and she's reading How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, how cute! That's cute. I like that. I saw his sketch that he was doing of steampunk Spider-Girl. Oh my god, it's fabulous.
Wow.
It's like a Doc Ock mix with this steampunky feel, Spider-Girl kind of thing going on.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. So
I can't wait to see that. Hopefully he'll be finished with it by the time he's at Game Expo.
Game Expo
What is that?
in a month as of today.
Yeah, and just to remind you, you can get a ticket because they went up to $35. You can get it for $30 if you put in Geek Out 30. And in fact, you don't even need to do all caps. It's just Geek Out and 30. And just do it all in one word. Don't put spaces in there. It's Geek Out 30. And you can get your tickets for $30. So you should definitely do that. It'll be fun and good. And you'll have a lot of fun there. We've got our events posted up. Not all of them. We're still getting some in every day now. So our producer needs to enter in his events.
Yes, I do.
Matt from
So-
Level Up needs to enter in his events. from the old Level Up from back in the day.
Yeah, I just talked to him right now. He said he's going to enter him.
He needs to enter him because he's running our role-playing game
Yes.
that we got in the book.
Yes.
I can't believe that's what you don't have on the show. I can't believe you didn't bring the book in and show
I
everybody
didn't.
the book.
Where is the book?
On the table, I bet.
Should somebody to get that.
You should go get it, and I'll talk about stuff while you're gone. I'll talk about you while you're gone. He's going to go. Oh, God. Okay, now I am going to have to talk by myself. So, let's see. What can I talk about? I have an extensive pop figure collection over here. I've gotten crazy. If anybody finds Lion-O, let me know, because I have Chitara and Panthera and Snarf and Mumra, but I can't find Lion-O. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I found most of those at Five Below. So if you're looking for pops, go to Five Below, because now they're starting to get them in. I guess shipments of ones that didn't sell super great. So yeah, I have a pop.
They
figure
have.
problem.
They do have. Whatchamacallit, Duck Dynasty.
Ugh. Who wants those? Gross.
Apparently nobody.
Yeah.
Because none of
they're
this stuff
not even
sells
buying
at
them at Five
Walmart.
Below.
Hey, if you can't sell Duck Dynasty at Walmart, man,
Man, you're
That's
hitting a
pretty
low.
bad.
It's pretty low.
that's your target audience.
It's like full up all in the clearance stuff, and nobody buys it. It's funny. But yes, our proof is in, which we still needed to change a couple of things after we got the proof. But here it is.
Dun dun dun. The organization.
Finally. We finally got it
Read
in
the
an
back.
awesome format. A role-playing game of low-tech espionage and high cinematic action. Join the organization in its battle against terrorism across the globe. From covert meetings in Prague to undersea combat in the South Pacific to assassinations here in the US of A. You'll do it all. It's a tightrope intrigue and gritty combat in the two-fisted, bullet-riddled, bombastic world of the organization.
Yeah.
So that is it.
I'm very proud of this.
Yeah.
It took us a long time to get this put together, so I'm extremely proud of it. I can't wait for Matt to run it and actually, have a book.
And then we have a tribute to the original artist, my father-in-law, Drake Crutchfield, in the back. So
So you
when
get to
you
see
get the book, you get to see what we initially thought it was going to be, and then what it is now.
And I really was hesitant when we got the first images from Austin, Mr. Redbeard Rogers. Not that I don't like his art, because I do. I think that his art is fantastic, but his art is very modern. His art is very comic book. His art was very good. But I had grown so accustomed to my dad's artwork and the characters having those faces. So it's almost like what we were talking about with the comic book. For me, the characters had those faces that my dad had drawn for them so many years ago. So it was hard.
I think he came pretty close though.
He modernized it.
He modernized
it
yeah.
because my dad was old. He drew in an old style. The comic books that he had looked at were like Conan and stuff like that. So he had that older style about him. So Austin brought a very modern flair, and you can see how he stayed true to it, but still made it more modern. So, I mean, I guess I can see how characters can change and become more modern or more with the times. But this was, I don't know, more of like a change of facial expression, a change of wardrobe kind of thing. It wasn't a full-on change of who they were.
A change of hairstyle.
Yeah, a change of hairstyle to be a more modern hairstyle. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm really proud of it, and we should be getting the shipment in here by next week, hopefully, or something.
Hopefully
and we'll
before
be
Game
debuting
Expo,
it.
so we can debut it.
We can debut it at Game Expo. So
So we're not gonna have it in time for Alamo City Comic Con, huh?
no.
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 We're not actually playing games at Alamo City this
No.
year. We tried to do that last year, and that was too much.
It was too much
for us
work.
to try to do the meet and greet with everybody and try to run games and organize that. So
And
I know our
that was
producer
you
is going to
running
be.
it because you weren't at the Game X.
I was every once in a while because I
Geek
would
Out.
go watch the booth
But not
sometimes
really
when y'all
to
were
do
doing
the
interviews.
Not really to do because you didn't have that big of a part in the show.
I have no personal desire to be on camera, and I'm only doing this now because I really love you a whole lot.
You do it because you like it.
I hate it.
Yeah, she doesn't hate it.
I don't
She
even
loves
watch
it.
myself. It's disgusting. But so our producer Al is going to be running games for SJ Games. So if you want to check out Munchkin at Alamo City, Al's going to be at Alamo City running Munchkin in somewhere. There'll be a map. We're not sure exactly where. And then Vincent and I are going to be at our booth
In Hall B.
in Hall B. We do know that.
We're going to be right by Nerd
with our
411
friends, Nerd 411 and Strictly
Geek
Nerd
Vengers
and Geek
Strictly Nerd.
Vengers. So it's just going to be like a whole friend palooza of all of us San Antonio media people. So we'll be there covering stuff, and I don't know, I'm going to have to do some research and find out I saw some of the list of the celebrities.
Yeah,
but-
so Alamo City Comic Con. I don't know, if I want to see somebody, it'll probably be Ming-Na.
He was funny last year. He was nice.
Huh?
Oh, no, that's her. That's the chick
No.
from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents
Sorry.
of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah.
I was thinking of
Hopefully
what's his
she'll
face?
stay there longer than
Agent Coulson.
Agent Coulson. Agent May.
So I have already voiced this opinion before, but maybe people haven't heard my opinion, and I guess people are turning into the show to hear my opinions on things. That's why they watch. So my opinion on the whole celebrity thing is boo. Like, why would you pay money to go talk to these people? They're just human beings, and they have fat enough egos already. Like,
It was Julie Newmar.
well, I mean, I have been guilty and done it, but boo. Like,
But wasn't he nice?
yeah, he was nice, but he wasn't really worth $40. I mean, let's just be honest. Not really. Not really. He was nice. He signed My Princess Bride, Carrie Eulis. He was nice. He was sick that day, so that was nice that he still went and signed autographs. And,
Yeah. So he wasn't like a diva that wanted to take off?
Yeah. And there wasn't a whole lot of people talking to him or anything, so, he was just kind of sitting there by himself. And that was one of the reasons why I was like, well, I'll go, because there's nobody here.
You know who I really got a kick out of? And this was at Texas Comic Con, like the first or second
Lou
one.
Ferrigno? No.
No, well, I got to
Because you
pee
went to the
next to
restroom
him.
with him?
But I didn't glance.
Oh,
so.
I know. It was Brent Spiner.
No, he was pretty cool too, because he actually went to school here. He went to college here. I think at Incarnate Word.
Oh, really?
But it was what's his name?
Oh, Busey.
Busey. Jake.
Busey?
Jake
Busey.
Busey.
Yes,
His son.
Jake, his son. Yeah,
So,
he was funny.
Yeah.
Because he was calling out to people. Because he was just sitting there by himself with, like, nobody
Well,
was...
I'm sure not many people knew who he was.
Yeah. So he
Because
was
like we remember him from like Starship Troopers.
Well, and that's what I told him. Because he was, like, calling out and he was, like, heckling some other people. And then I told him something from Starship Troopers. I can't even remember now. I told him something from that movie. And I was wearing the Pinche Game shirt at the time. And he's all, hey, Pinche Games.
So we actually gave him a
Gave
T-shirt.
him a T-shirt. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever wore it because I never saw it anywhere. But it was still like, I asked him would he like one, and he was like, "Yeah, that's badass. I'll take one." So I gave him one. I was like, "Whatever."
I don't know. Summer Glau, that was.
Well, yeah, like you're totally excited to meet her, and I don't know. But was it really worth it? If you look back, it's not like you got like a very lengthy conversation. You got a sort of a conversation with her, but
Longer than a lot of them did. I don't know. It's some people click with some people, and we have San Antonio in common.
yeah.
So that was something that
Yeah, she
we
saw your
clicked about.
shirt,
Yeah.
and then she was like, "Oh, you're from San Antonio." I don't know. I don't get it. I guess I don't.
Because haven't you ever thought, oh, it'd be so cool to meet such and such?
Yeah, but it would be cool to like meet them and sit down for coffee and like talk to them and get to know them. Not like, here's my $40. Will you sign this thing? Oh wow, you're really awesome. Okay, move out of the way. The next person's coming. Like, it's not the same thing. If I was paying $40 and got like maybe 10 minutes or something,
There better be a meal with it. No.
But some celebrities do take the time to talk to you for a couple of minutes. Like David Delarocco at Wizard World last year. I spent a good 5 minutes talking to this guy, and there was a line behind me.
oh really?
Yeah, but he was hilarious. Really funny.
So you say yes, it's worth paying, Al?
Oh, yeah.
Al says yes.
Well, even some of the celebrities will talk to you just to talk to you,
Sure.
and you don't even have to get an autograph.
I know, but then don't you feel like such a douche, like going in line but I guess you shouldn't, because Alamo City's already paid for them to be there, right? So they're getting paid regardless.
I think they're getting a partial towards X amount of money, and if they don't make it, then they pay the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they get a guarantee regardless of like
So
25,000.
if I had paid
or
my
whatever.
ticket price, I could just go stand in line and be like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you." Like, wait till Sunday, maybe when their lines are smaller, and just say,
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any money, but I really wanted to meet you because you seem really cool."
I think your mom did that.
Oh, my mom totally did that.
Last year.
Who did she? She went and talked to. She went and talked to lots of them, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. My mom, she's not like me. She has no like concept of social norms. No.
She has no concept of boundaries.
She's like, hey, I'm here. I have no money, but
I know you, and I'm old.
That's another thing. She's old. She gets away with stuff because when you're old, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah,
and-
Russell says I agree. I don't want to pay just to say hi and get moved along. But yeah, I think some are willing to talk. You know who I think was willing to talk to people even though he kind of was ticked us off was what's his name? Anthony Michael Hall.
He was
And
nice
he's
to
like-
his fans.
He's nice to his fans, and he's like, it's really about the fans for him.
He wasn't mean to us.
He
that
was-
was
No, he was cool.
That-
We talked to him at the con last year.
that
Yeah.
was his
He was-
handler's fault for telling us
that
to
he-
wait, that he would do
Yeah.
an interview with us when his line had died down, because we have some kind of weird like mojo or something, because when we went over there and we were talking to Ilian, there was no line for Anthony. Elon, yeah. There was no line for Anthony Michael Hall. There was no line. So then we were like, well, he's got no line. He's not doing anything. Let's see if he'll do an interview, right? So then we talked to his handler, and then all of a sudden, 2 people show up. And then 5 people showed up. And then like 10 people showed up. Remember? And we kept waiting and waiting. We waited for an hour. And people kept showing up, and people kept showing up. And then we should have asked what's-her-face that was from A League of Their Own. And then she was Tank Girl.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do anything.
She was pissed off, though.
She was mad.
Yeah.
She was real mad. Yeah. She didn't have anybody in her line. Oh, I mean, if people don't like...
Should have come dressed as Tank Girl.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. Right?
Was it Lori Petty?
Yeah, that's her name, Lori Petty. I couldn't think of her name. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. But really, a lot of people don't want to
She
meet...
was being petty.
A lot of people don't want to meet the celebrity. They want to meet the
Ba-dum-bum.
character. Right? Like, if you go to a Comic-Con and you're Chris Evans, okay, well, he's really hot, so that's not an example. But let's pretend you go to as Chris Evans, or you go as Chris Evans in your Captain America gear. You're probably going to get way more flooded dressed up as Captain America than you are just in your regular, like, you know, Docs and Sperry's. I'm Chris Evans. You know what I mean? I would think if you're going to Comic-Con, you might want to pick, like, a Saturday or something when there's going to be a lot of people and dress up, dude. At the very least, like, wear a T-shirt or something that has, like, Cap on it or something, you know? I don't know.
Who did that? One of, was it Tobey Maguire that went into Comic-Con dressed as Spider-Man?
It wasn't Tobey Maguire. Do you know who it was? It was Daniel Radcliffe.
Was it Daniel Radcliffe?
Daniel Radcliffe's done that 2 years in a row. He goes dressed up in cosplay as some character, and then he takes off his mask and he takes pictures with people at Comic-Con.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters does that too.
Oh yeah, I would probably die if I met Daniel Radcliffe, like doing something like that. Like I didn't have to pay or whatever, and he was just out there and and I was like, oh my god. But he's like 4 feet tall.
I'll say this again because
thing.
I've said it before. Stan Lee has got to be the coolest guest ever.
Well, he's
because
a true
he's out
comic
there,
guest.
he's really approachable. Well, he can't like get up on him when he's like moving from place to place, but he'll stop and just wave and say hi to people.
Yeah.
Or like stop for like somebody to take like a selfie picture with him or something. So he's really cool like that. I'm excited to see him again, and I'm excited to see if we can get another video tag
where
from
he
him.
says Geek Out SA.
It says Geek Out SA.
Well, if you get a video, if you do an interview, can I get like 2 seconds of screen time with him?
If you come to the booth and work the booth.
When I'm not working Munchkin, I will.
We'll have to see because
We'll find out. I'm assuming we're going to get a schedule of when we get to do interviews, and so then we'll have to send you a text message.
Cool.
Be like, okay, Al.
But then we're gonna see because they give us limited access to that place
Yeah.
because not everybody gets to go into the media room.
Well, I
only,
hope we
like,
do
the
this year.
upper echelon,
I hope we're on the upper echelon list.
like Nerd 411 and Geek Ventures and Geek Out SA and Strictly Nerd.
I
So
hope
don't
so.
know. I hope we get.
I hope we do.
We got in last year, so
And then the urban journalist will be there this year.
yes. Yes.
So he'll be there too, and we'll know him too.
So maybe we can get him again, and
And then what I'd like to do too is now that we know how to do mobile interviews, and we are about San Antonio and stuff. I know the 501st is going to be there, and the Rebels are going to be there, and they. I'm actually friends with one of the guys, and they build the Ewoks, and they have built some phenomenal stuff. So I would love to interview them and talk to them on the
we'll
show.
Get Jack Trevino on the show again, and Jack Trevino is one of the writers for Star Trek Renegades, which they're going to do a preview of the pilot at Alamo City Film Festival.
Oh, cool. And then
Saturday
Guardian
night.
Knights are going to be there, so maybe
Friday
we can
night.
get Mr. Redbeard to talk to us again, because we have lost the footage. Well, he came and talked to us during the 100th episode,
Yeah.
but we don't have the footage for when y'all talked to him, when you two talked, and
No.
it was so funny. So yeah, we'll have to see if we can do that. Do a
Yeah.
mobile interview with him.
He's a funny guy.
yeah.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, there's
that,
gonna
that
be-
was back when we did it at the Silver Fox Studios, the original Silver Fox Studios.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see all these people, and I'm mostly going this year to see our friends. I mean,
Yeah.
once you've seen Comic-Con, you've seen Comic-Con, I guess. I
We
mean,
need to
we'll
give-
see if something new happens this year.
We
I
need
wish,
to give the Geek Father back his
Oh, did he
49ers
tell you?
video. No, but I just remembered it.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we need to remember.
Well, I know I need to watch it this season because I'm going to be crying all season, but I can't talk football on the
No,
Geek
you'll
Show.
never watch it.
Shoot. Oh, you know what they need to have again, which I totally love, which was my favorite thing. The one year we went to Alamo City was where the voice actors read the script. Like, I've got to find out when that panel is again this year and find out which voice actors it is and what voices they're going to read the scripts in. Because it's nothing
Yeah.
like hearing like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Darkwing Duck being Back to the Future.
I know Jason Davis of Nerd 411 is going to do a panel about R2 building.
Oh,
Because
cool.
he's gonna have an R2 unit over there with the 501st.
With the 501st.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I want to check that out. What else do we have? JT Street said he was gonna see us at Alamo City and probably do a little thing there.
So is he
Which
going to
brings us to
start
another
his
thing.
own? Is he going to start his own
I don't
show
know what he's
like
gonna
we do, or?
I don't know. Well, if you saw the title, JT Street got fired from KABB, which JT Street used to do street corners on
Fox.
On Fox.
Fox News.
Fox News, KABB, whatever you want to call it. And he actually got fired for one of the last bits he did, which was on war. And you'll see the image to the right of what was not completely blurred out. It's like a cod piece, but it had udders on it.
But they're like really bad, like poorly done. I mean, it's not a realistic looking udder. But you know, there are cow costumes at like Walgreens, Walmart, other places that have udders on it. So udders is a bad thing?
Well, female nipples. Can't have female nipples.
But they're animal nipples. Does it matter?
Apparently it does.
You can't have female animal nipples. But what about Showtime and Cinemax? They show nipples.
Well, yeah, but that's cable. We're talking broadcast news.
And we got the image from metalsucks.com.
So you can't have nipples on TV. I know that he stuck his neck out there for us.
He did
and
it
did
for
a
us.
story on Pincha Games.
That got cut.
Mm-hmm. It did get cut.
It aired, but it got cut. I wish I had that initial thing, because the copy that I have has everything bleeped out, but that's almost cooler. That they had to bleep something out for me.
But they don't even have that up on their website anymore, right? Didn't they take it?
They never put it on the website.
Oh, they never put it on there.
Never put it on. So
well, that's a shame, because I thought he was a good journalist.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he went out there and found stories about what was going on in San Antonio. He really promoted like small business owners, people like trying
really
to show
did a
off
lot
how
for the geek
people,
community.
Yeah, trying to show off how people are like building things up in the geek community here in San Antonio, and how they're making something of themselves here in San Antonio. And
he was doing Streets Corner for 5 years.
yeah, we used to love watching his Streets
Yeah.
Corner and to see, oh, well, what thing is going on now? We'll go check it out, you know? He always had something good on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a shame that he got fired over fake cow nipples. And it's not like he made fake cow nipples and was wearing them. He just did a story and somebody was wearing that. It's almost like a cosplay, practically.
Because they were in the groin area.
But
they
it doesn't
were,
even look like
four
the groin
penises.
area. It looks like the midsection. Like when I saw that picture, it looked
Yeah.
like his midsection, not his groin.
Well, it's kind of large.
I guess.
But it's 4 of them, and it doesn't look like... They don't look like penises. So maybe he blurred out the ones that kind of look like penises and didn't do the other ones.
I don't know. I didn't happen to see that one.
But Jeannie Jekyll did a story on him yesterday.
Really?
And because I had no idea even... I figured it had to do with gore because that was the last thing that I heard he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I never got to see that one because I didn't really care anything about gore. But yeah, that's just that little thing. And we talked to him. I mean, I talked to him all the time. And he was just, that's how it is. He'll move on to something. He's really good.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
if he doesn't get picked up somewhere here, he'll get picked up somewhere else.
Or maybe he'll do a web thing. Maybe he can come and help you and I and give us pointers, and we can get more viewers and stuff like that. Watch us. Darn it. Watch our show. No. So yeah, it's time. We got to wrap it up. We're getting the wrap it up signal.
Oh, yes. So we talked about Force Friday. We talked about the...
Yoda.
The what? Yoda?
Yoda.
We talked about Yoda, yeah. He's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the organization. And you'll see this at Game Expo. And Dragon Slayer already wants 4 copies of it, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Talked about fat folks.
talked about Harley Quinn and being a plus size girl character
I
hero,
love the faces
whatever.
you. One of these days, people, he's gonna strangle me on camera. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. He would never. He's a kind, loving husband.
What else?
We talked about just, in general, making new characters in comics.
Mhm.
We talked about Alamo City. We talked
Alamo
about Game
City.
Expo. We talked about the organization. We talked about
about
Force
JT
Friday.
Street.
We talked about JT Street. We talked about our show. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee.
Lee.
Super
Ming-Na.
awesome. Ming-Na, who now I remember who she is. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's really cool. I was like, he's not a he.
I was thinking of that little dude from Comic Book Men.
Oh. What's his name?
I don't know. He's a little comic book man dude. I never remember anybody's names. I don't know how I can be a teacher and remember all these students' names because I just make things up as I go along.
Cool. Well, thanks for checking us out again. It was really great to see you. If you're going to be at Alamo City Comic Con, stop by our booth. We'll be in Hall B. Check us out there. But I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen.
Geek out, SA.